Ethan, if you somehow see this, if you get me in contact with your lawyers, bro, I'll do it too. Hit me up.
Those creators like the Denims and Frogans and H3's of the world, these are people that are obnoxious and vitriolic, and for some reason they think that they have like real life plot armor and nothing bad is ever going to happen to them.
It's gonna be a pure loss. It is what it is. And he knows this. He knows this. He knows this because his initial lawsuit, way that went, was an absolute pure loss too. And it's how these things go. Like, it is what it is. I mean,
I told him I'm getting these bans. All my life I'm sick with the plan. Greetings everyone. We're about to cover the Ethan Klein lawsuit one more time, if you will please. Because in my last video, my take on it was that this is a bit soy and cringe. And if you're watching the video and you're like, I disagree, I think Ethan can win this, then that's fine, that's your opinion. Again, I said before my last video, I'm not a lawyer. I might be eating shit about this, getting completely wrong. But in my opinion, as someone who defended Ethan for over a year now, I think this entire lawsuit going on right now with the big three is very cringy, in my opinion. And there are three big streamers I want to cover, mainly. The first one being SUC, right here in green. Then up we have Tectone in good yellow, and also finally Aspen Gold. And they have been defending Ethan for quite a while. And honestly, for a quick summary, I think Aspen Gold and Tectone seem to be with him for his lawsuit. Like, they agree with it, and furthermore, they really like it. The first person I'll cover real quick is SUC, and he seems a bit iffy about it. Like, he thinks, it's a good lawsuit. However, as you see later, he thinks that the profit, the margin, the money he can make from it won't be that good. Like, some of it will be lost in the process. I'll start off real quick with this funny clip where Hassan's reaction meme, happened again live on air, and it's pretty funny.
The state of reaction content on Twitch is so broken, these creators feel comfortable looking right into a camera and saying outright, hey, I'm stealing this guy's content. Pay me instead of him. This is not a healthy environment. And with people like Hassan reacting to entire TV shows on stream.
check Azan's stream.
Yeah. Oh. Right on point. I think, the whole idea of bringing back Reactgate in this conversation, I think is very cringy. But it's so funny how even now, after nearly 2 years, I think, the reaction share is still relevant because it keeps on happening over and over. I think that's funny in my opinion. But in past, we go to the second clip where he brings up how the lawsuit might not merit, a lot of reward, a lot of profit. Because again, I agree with him, because I think people like Denims, Frogan, and H3's, they don't have that much money. I mean, it's more to make a message, but in my opinion, it's gonna bleed you so dry that I feel like the loss, the debt you might be in from it, just won't be worth it, in my opinion. But for a quick summary, SUC thinks Ethan has an uphill battle in his lawsuits, that Ethan knows this. Okay, Chad, he acts like a Chad, and it's like a Chad, and it's a cool bid, but it's a lot less money to collect on. Let me play real quick.
True.
I don't care. What I do hope, though, is that you'll support their crowdfunding efforts to defend themselves. Because let's face it, I want to make sure there's money left over for me when I win my lawsuits. Thanks for watching, everybody. It's been a great time. I'll see you around.
Well, Chad, he acts like a Chad, and it's a cool bit, but there's a lot less money to collect on overall, and it's gonna be a pure loss. It is what it is, and he knows this.
I like that because I agree 100%. With people like those three streamers, Denim, Frogan, and H3's, they don't have that much money, in my opinion.
He knows this because
objectively, they just don't.
The lawsuit, way that went, was an absolute pure loss too. And it's how these things go. Like, it is what it is. I mean, there's no real what, especially what is it some California thing? GG.
I like that. If it's California, GGG. I agree. Yeah, bro. The one state you have a lawsuit in is fucking California. Well, both parties will be bled dry from this.
But it's.
I think I say that really. I think out of the three people I'll be covering, SUC has the most lukewarm take, that he supports it. Okay, that's kind of funny. I haven't watched his whole video. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it does seem like, he does support his lawsuit against, the free streamers, which is funny because Ethan's video opened with a critique of SQC. That's pretty funny, but fine. I think he has grown past that, now in the present. So good on him. But still, though, that's pretty ironic in my opinion. Okay, no, past that, right? You have two other people who I don't really like, and they gave their take on this. I think Asmongold gave a shit. He gave like a pretty good take on it, but Tectone, his statement made no sense. Where he wants to join Even Klein in the lawsuit. I have no idea how.
And Denim's the queen.
Yeah! Oh, shit, dude! Oh, shit! Hey, yo, Ethan. On everything. If you somehow see this, if you get me in contact with your lawyers, bro, I'll do it too. Hit me up. Finding lawyers that'll do this is...
Okay, I get why Ethan could sue them, because he made the content nuke, he made that video. But why Tectone? Like, if he made his own video against Denims and she didn't have like fair use on it, that would make sense. But how can you join a guy's lawsuit when you have like no actual involvement in the video? It makes no sense. Like, did their reaction to his video damage you as well? I don't get it. Fine, whatever.
This is the hardest part. If you got lawyers, I will do that shit too. Hit my ass up, bro, please.
Of self-owning. And my God, is she the queen of that?
Yep.
It's very obvious from the...
And Denim's the
There you go.
queen.
Again, if he's opposed to a lawsuit, fine, whatever. I don't really have a take on it because I'm not a lawyer. I mean, I do have a take on it, but I'm not sure about the validity of it. But I guess he's so happy with it that he thinks he can join the lawsuit. I have no idea how. But anyways, with that aside, now we go to Asmongold, who seems to have like the most complex take on it, or he talked about it the most, I guess.
Ethan, using it in your thumbnail for clickbait is amusing, though. Well, that's okay. That's okay. I mean, as I said, I have no problem with people using me for any of that kind of clickbait or bullshit or anything like that. I think it's funny, to be honest. So it's okay with me. And Dems Caseytron is scared because neither of them even made a slight joke, and they know they're fucked. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they are. I mean, as I said, if Ethan, like, here's the thing, is that people might not expect this out of me, but I can clearly see the difference, and I think that most reasonable people can clearly see the difference between malicious intent and people that are reacting for content for their audience and stated malicious intent. And if Ethan wants any help, or
now, that's one thing I can't defend Denims on, or the other two streamers, because if they just watch the video by itself, that wouldn't be fine. Because let me put it real quick, Denims had like a pretty good reaction to it. I mean, her points were god awful, but in terms of Reactgate stuff, her video, her VOD was not that bad. Like, let me pull it real quick. Give me a second. I mean, she nearly like doubled the watch time by itself. Look at this shit, dude. Like, the content nuke was an hour 40 minutes, and she made a 4-hour video from it. I think she nearly doubled the watch time, which is good. But again, the big point of contention, is what he said at the beginning, being like, oh, I want you to siphon the views from Ethan's video. That part she did fuck up. So again, I'm not sure like if I can defend her fully, because that statement probably does not look good in court. But anyway, to go back to Asmongold.
needs any support or anything like that, like I've talked to him before, he can just DM me. That's it. Because I feel like, how do you feel about
now? My one issue, like, I don't get why people like Tectone and Asmongold want to join the lawsuit. Because again, it only works, if it's even video by itself. If they made like their own content nuke on these people and they had like the same process with theirs, that might be like a class action lawsuit potentially. I mean, I think it's one right now because there's like 4 people involved. But like, I feel like we should make it more messy by having Tectone and Asmon join as well. I have no idea. Then you wrap it over with one more clip.
whatever they want? And I think that I'm glad Ethan's checking them on that. Would you do the same if it was you? I don't know. Like, I don't know what I would do.
Yeah, that's one thing I don't agree on. Oh my god, same shit, it wasn't even fucking timed up. Oh god. Okay, again, Andre, please go back and like watch the video fully. You weren't even timed on it.
That it's theft always, because there's literally a justification for that called fair use. So it's not, the definition of fair use means that that's not always true. But fair use is a legal defense, and it's not a catch-all, nothing that I do is against my rules. I think that, like, one thing that I've noticed is that those creators, like the Denims and Frogans and Caseytrons of the world, These are people that are obnoxious and vitriolic, and for some reason they think that they have like real life plot armor and nothing bad is ever going to happen to them. And so
my one issue with that point is that I feel, okay, you can criticize Denims and Frogan all day, maybe also Caseytron, I'm not sure. You can criticize them all day long, but for this point, really? Again, when the content came out and they were all watching it, nobody gave a shit, about like how they were being lazy with it. I mean, because they never were. But now, retroactively, after 4 months, they have an issue with it, to the point that they want to make a lawsuit about it. Like, Jesus. Like, there were so many bigger points to go after them, but why this one? Why this one in particular? I mean, I know why, because like it's easiest to prove in court. But like, if you make it like public online, I feel like there are bigger points you go against them for and deplatform them for.
Like, they can literally just do bad things, whether it's being violent or encouraging violence or openly breaking the law, etc. And they just think that for some reason they have this privilege to do whatever they want.
And again, I feel like I'm being way too generous to these people, but in my opinion, if someone I'm just gonna defend Denims for a second real quick. I'm not gonna run defense for Frogan or Caseytron, but in this video, he seemed to do a pretty good job at covering it or reacting to it. Because again, see, double the watch time with our own commentary. You have to respect that. I mean, come on. Anywho,
I think that I'm glad Ethan's checking them on that. Would you do the same if it was you? I don't know. Like, I mean, I don't know what I would do.
Okay, they say like he's checking Denims, Frogan, and Casey, but in my opinion, again, nobody cared about this before. So why now, of all times?
All the people mention you, hoping you farmed them? Yeah, sure. The 3 being sued and the others reacting has to do with their Reddit affiliation to the H3 snark group. Well, and I think also here's another thing is that like Sean DeBlack, I think, reacted to it. Mike from PA reacted to it. Hassan himself reacted to it. So there were plenty of people.
Now, to be fair to Hassan, he covered it, but I don't think he made like the same fuck up as those other people. As well, I think his coverage was like 8 hours long. So yeah, definitely be fair use and not copyright infringement.
People that were oppositional to Ethan that reacted to the video that were negative about it, but Ethan suing those 3 people, there's a specific and unique reason for that. The legal reason Ethan's suing them is because they keep stating they'll play his video so he doesn't get money for watches. Exactly. Yeah, so like, and these are, so this is exactly it, right? They're actually self-reporting that they are doing this. Literally self-reporting.
That's a fair point. Again, that's the one thing that I'm not sure that's the one thing I can defend fully, in a court, in a trial, whatever. If they hadn't said that in their own stream, I think they would have been saved. Like there would have been no lawsuit. But whatever. So overall, it seems like you see he's iffy about it, but like he seems supportive at the same time. Then with Tectone, he wants to join it for whatever reason, and then finally, Asmon Gold, he also wants to join it because he cares about it for whatever reason. Now I know the video is called SUC Tectone and Asmon Gold. However, I don't want to pull up as well. Fucking Dan Saltman and DSP. They also talked about it, so why the fuck not? Dan, he had a pretty funny tweet about this, can't blame him. Denim's getting her GoFundMe up ASAP before Frogan and Casey is brutal, lol. Vicious businesswoman behavior. Casey and Frogan will have to fight for the scraps, lol. That is pretty fun. I don't like this guy, Dan, but like, that was pretty funny, She set up immediately, so Frogan and Casey probably, can get less from the other fans, from the Hassan gang. The best part is everyone that donates is absolutely giving that money directly to Ethan, lol. I was going to make a comment about how she shared the funds with the other 2, but these guys haven't even broke 4 figures yet, combined. I don't think these people understand that the lawsuits are going to be 100k plus each, just in legal fees. Combined with the fact that no matter what, Ethan's getting 150k minimum, plus his own legal fees for each case. I'm guessing that might be true, I have no idea. I'm guessing that in the Dems case, the damages will be around 300 to 500k over the statutory 150k. That might be true, I have no idea. Again, this is why this is so insane to me. I'm not surprised, because like lawsuits like this can get very expensive. But like, this is all going on because like a simple live stream they did, watching it, where they said one bad thing and that's it. That's insane to me, in my opinion. But yeah, even though I agree with Dan of how expensive it's gonna be, I do feel bad for them, you know, because they said one bad thing and now like this entire lawsuit is going through because of them. I feel bad for them to a tiny degree. I'm sorry. And the last thing I'll cover is this tweet by DSP. And again, real quick, my issue with this lawsuit is that it's relitigating every reaction video ever. Like if you said one bad thing, that's it, you're over. You might be fucking sued, like Denims or Frogan or Casey. And now dumb people like DSP now think they have like a fighting chance in court because of this, fucking for whatever reason. Their entire channel is making bank by stealing or live rebroadcasting my content without making it transformative. They outright ask for contributions to do so. If this lawsuit goes through, I'm going to be rich and many going to be in trouble. Okay, you know, I think this might go through, this lawsuit with Ethan and, you know, the free streamers, but there's no way I think DSP might have a chance. I mean, to be fair to him, right, I haven't seen these leeches, these worms making bank. They might just see this content. But again, the issue with this lawsuit is that you really have to debate if it's, you know, transformative. In my opinion, you know, if people are doing like Denims where they double the watch time, then yeah, I'm sorry, that's fair use, that's transformative. You get 2 hours of like extra watch time from it. That's insane, I'm sorry. But again, for a quick summary, it seems that big people like SUC, Tecton, and Asmongold, they really support the lawsuit. X might be, you know, a bit iffy about it, but that's really it. Most people in general, in the public, you know, on Twitter, seem to be liking it. In my opinion, I guess it's a bit soy and cringe. I might be going a bit too far, but so far, you know, the support for it, it's there. It's there on Twitter.
¿Te gusta ver vídeos divertidos de Azul?